Before you begin your watercolor painting, make sure you tape down your paper. This will keep it from sliding around your workspace, avoid warping, and also give you a nice frame at the end. When switching your brushes, make sure to swish your brush around your water, but don't scrub it around the bottom of it. This will avoid ruining your bristles. Then blot your brush and lay it flat to dry. It's also important to pay attention to the clarity of your water, and sometimes it's nice to keep 2 cups of water, one for rinsing your brush and one for applying clean water to your painting. So make sure you wash it out as much as you need to so your water stays nice and fresh. Now let's talk about that palette. If you accidentally allow a mixture to dry in your palette, that's okay. All you need to do is revive it with some water and then wipe it out with a clean paper towel. What if you get too much watercolor tube paint out? Do you just wipe it out and throw it away? No. Leave your container open, allow it to dry, and the next time you want to use it, just add a little bit of water and you're good to go. What about watercolor pencils? Pencils are great because you can apply them dry or you can dip them and apply them wet. It's important though, when you're done with the color, that you wipe it off with a wet paper towel or dry paper towel to get any kind of contamination from other colors off of it. Liquid watercolors are nice because they're already mixed and ready to go. So you can simply just squirt them into your paint palette and go to town. But it's important to know that you can dilute them down if you need a more translucent color. Now, how do you clean that out of your palette? You're going to get a dry paper towel and absorb any of the excess, or you can allow it to dry in your palette and just reactivate it with some water the next time you'd like to use it. If you are going to let your liquid watercolors dry out in your pan, make sure when you're all done that you do not close your palette. If you do, you're going to have a big mess to clean up and all your other colors will get contaminated. Be mindful if using mixed media on your watercolor painting. For example, if your watercolor painting is still wet and you use Crayola washable markers on top, you're going to have some color bleeding. If that's not the look you're going for, I'd wait for your watercolor painting to dry and then go in with your drawing media. When in the classroom and you need additional supplies that are not in your art kit, you are more than welcome to visit the community cupboard. Make sure that you wash your hands before and after visiting, and when you're done with that supply, that you place it in the dirty bin. That way they can be disinfected and rotated back in. When you're finished with your watercolor painting, make sure that your name is on the back. If it's still wet, place it on its designated drying rack and allow it to dry before you turn it in.